Real Madrid, Barcelona, Barcelona versus Real Madrid. This is one of the rivalries that maybe during the summer kind of washes off, but now it's back on. And you know, with the transfer market closed, what we want to do here is analyze who or which team has a better squad, who had let's say, moved better or smarter in the transfer market. So let's go basically line by line. Let's start with the fourth striker. That is something that Real Madrid was lacking, Barca was lacking. They signed Alcácer, we signed Morata.
Yeah, I think that both teams have added what they needed. Real Madrid needed a striker, but not a conventional one, a striker who can play back to the goal, a striker who can pass the ball like Benzema does.
Exactly, like what Benzema does around Bale and Cristiano.
And Barcelona needed a number 9, a player that is able to finalize all the offensive football Barcelona creates. Creates in the inside and creates in the outside.
But it's interesting because, as you said, like they were looking for a kind of substitution for Suarez.
True.
And we were looking at substitution for Benzema. But Benzema and Suarez do not have the same role in their offensive dibujo or drawing.
Absolutely, and I think that Alcácer fits very well in that idea Luis Enrique has for him, because he's a great finisher.
Yeah.
He almost every time finishes in one touch, which is great. He's an area animal, and I think he's one of those players that usually is the smartest player on the pitch.
So on the top line, let's say both teams have moved well.
Yeah. Maybe both have the best quarters of offensive players in the world.
Probably. And then what's interesting is to see if finally these two coaches, Zidane and Luis Enrique, are going to be able to break that domination that kind of by default the BBC and the MSN, because of how smartly they have moved in the midfield. And the good players they have both incorporated in midfield.
Every other manager in the world would be pleased to be chained to the MSN or the BBC.
No, this is a problem. I have to put these guys.
But every power has a responsibility, as Spider-Man said, you know. And the BBC and the MSN, we all know, have a lot of advantages. But when you cannot substitute these players, even though you would want to do it, because you are losing the control of the game, and you would be more happy with four midfielders.
And you're eliminating positions for other players that deserve or want to play, and you know they can't play because the coaches are, instead of deciding on 11, they're deciding really on 8.
And especially right now, we already have a lot of depth, talent, and versatility in the midfield. And Barcelona have added a lot of dynamic players.
I think it's clear for me and for Iñaki as well that Barcelona needed a lot more to reinforce their midfield than we did.
Yeah, Barcelona has addressed a problem they had. They thought that with the production of their academy, this middle class of the team would be filled, but it hasn't been the way they thought. And they have improved that middle class. We did in the previous summers with Danilo, Kovacic, Lucas, those kind of players that maybe...
now with Asensio, which is for me a very smart signing
those
by Real Madrid.
Those players are not stars. They are not Real Madrid starting 11 material on constant basis, but they improve. They are hard workers, and they improve the overall level on the squad, on the roster.
So definitely Barcelona have moved more than Real Madrid. They've signed, André Gómez, which is the most expensive signing of the first division this year. Denis Suarez.
Yeah, he has been back from a loan to Villarreal. Umtiti and Alcácer and Digne, I think they have moved smart moves.
Yeah.
And I think...
I mean, also in defense, they moved more because they needed more. This is one of the lines where I think Real Madrid are stronger than Barcelona, both in the left back, the right back, and the centers. I think we do have a more powerful set of players.
Yeah, especially with this second half of Pepe, it's a luxury having Pepe, Varane, Ramos, and even Nacho. And I think that Barcelona, neither Luis Enrique or Guardiola or Villanova, rest in peace, trusted Bartra, and I think that Umtiti look like a reliable player.
Yeah,
I don't know if he's going to start alongside Piqué, but I think that right now Luis Enrique has more cards. You know.
And I think now after the first two games, it's going to be more of an open battle between Mascherano and Umtiti for that position.
I think so.
So Galacticos, after analyzing a little bit of the signings and the movements by Real Madrid and Barcelona, I'm glad to say something I haven't been able personally to say in the last few years. I do think now that Real Madrid have a better squad all around, a more powerful squad than Barcelona, and hopefully that will translate in victories over Barcelona in the Bernabeu, in the Camp Nou. If we play them in the Champions League, hopefully we'll knock them out, and hopefully this will be a better year for Real Madrid than for Barcelona.
Yeah, I'm going to use the word I've been using in every preview and almost in every video in this season. I want to see consistency in this Real Madrid team. I've seen consistency in the first two games and the Super Cup. I think that Zidane's leadership and the way he handles the roster is really useful for him and is productive for him.
Yeah.
And I think that Real is going to step up in the daily basis. You know, we are not going to be only a Champions League team. We are going to be competitive every weekend, every
We're going to be fighting
Wednesday.
for every competition.
Absolutely.
Hopefully we'll get far in all of them, maybe, you know, to the title.
Yeah.
And well, let us know, Galacticos, what you think about this comparison, maybe man on man or player on player between Barcelona and Real Madrid. Let us know what you think.
Yeah.
And
Comment below.
Yeah, leave us a comment below, give us a like and subscribe.
Ashley
and,
is coming back soon, so...
Yeah, don't despair, don't despair. We know you're tired of our ugly faces, but Ashley will be back next week and she'll make you happy again. And we won't. So goodbye.
Bye.